Good morning. Good morning, man. Look, it's Saturday morning. It's September the 14th. The camera's over here, so I'm supposed to be looking at the camera. But you just can't resist looking at yourself, you know what I mean? But look, I'm going to try to. But anyway, it's Saturday, September the 14th. It's a beautiful day here in Ohio. And it's a lot to talk about. I mean, like, I've been gone. I have not done any, video involving Citizens United, Hope for America, Citizens United Neighborhood Watch, Citizens United Project X. These are things that I get to really kind of apply myself to from a, just to have something to do outside of the normal things that we have to do, like work, pay bills, support your girl, if you got one, you know what I mean? But, I miss the whole thing. But yeah, we got some catching up to do. So real quick, let's get up to speed on Citizens United Hope for America, right? So that is a social, political, economic opportunity. It's a platform that's, that I really feel passionate about. And basically what it is a voice for average, everyday people that may feel powerless, may feel like, the things that's going on in Washington or in their city, the news, people that may just feel like they're confused, there's a lot of information, so we want to just have like a platform that kind of, keeps you in tune and also gives you a voice, gives you a sense of empowerment, a sense of participation. So, in terms of gossip, the tea, the juice, let's get up to speed on Donald Trump and the Republican Party and Vladimir Putin. So, as I sit here with you this morning, it appears that Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump, and the GOP has successfully got away with treason. They got away with stealing the election. They used the Russian intelligence community, their version of the CIA, their version of the FBI, and they used their technology to infiltrate not only our national voter database, but they actually handpicked particular counties, particular districts, particular machines, particular government employees. I mean, they really did their homework. They really did their due diligence, and they pulled it off. They got a clown, with their technology and the billions of dollars that the oligarchs of Russia have. They put about $1.5 billion into it, and they put a whole lot of intelligence in terms of technology and their covert operations, and they fucking did it, right? So everybody knew it happened, right? So yes, it ain't what you know, it's what you can prove. So the Democrats have been trying their very best to bring things to light, bring things to court, subpoena documents, subpoena witnesses. We had the Mueller report. The Democrats did absolutely everything humanly possible to expose this fraud. Unfortunately, the Republican Party, the way the system is set up, there's two houses of Congress. You have the Republican and you have the Democrats. So it appears if you're going to commit treason and you're going to steal an election and just, do what you're going to do. All you need is for one of the parties, the entire party, to just turn and look the other way. And then you can, commit the treasonous acts that we see. And you can steal an election. So it happened. 17 law enforcement and intelligence agencies of the United States said it absolutely happened. The Democrats are right now screaming in courts and everything, trying to take this man to court because it happened. But because the Republican Party is pretending that it didn't happen and pretty much going along with it, Vladimir Putin won World War III, which happened to be a cyber war. And the Russians won. And basically they won because they installed an idiot into our political infrastructure, and he has taken a sledgehammer to everything. He's like a bull in a china shop. We're not even going to recognize this country when he's finished with it. And that's what the Russians wanted. They got it. They did it. Ain't shit we can do about it. But Citizens United Hope for America, I believe wholeheartedly that next year, in the 2020 election that's going to happen, is it this year? No, it's next year. Yeah, it's next year. So next year, when we have this election in November, so it'll be about this time next year. So when we have this election next year, it is my absolute every intent to put together a package, pretty much a performance, a show, a product that galvanizes, because basically in order to fight this behemoth, I like to call Goliath, which is what I call him, the globalized corporate society. The globalized corporate society, because these are corporations that are global, and they do what they're doing here, they're doing in other countries as well, all across Europe. And they're using the same formula, so this is a corporate effort. So I like to put them all together, and I like to call them Goliath, but also I like to call them the globalized corporate society. I really believe that, I have the ability to apply pressure on people and things and situations. And I have developed a unique display of information, entertainment, motivation, political satire. I mean, it's amazing. And I've never seen anything like it. I don't even hear people even thinking along those lines, because the political mindset is taught to believe in rallies, rallies. A rally basically is the dissemination of information in a gathering when you're really trying to achieve electric energy, but you're really not willing to put it together. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to produce a movie, you're not going to win an election with a rally. I mean, you really got to, we really have an opportunity to display something that has never been seen before, that generates that energy, galvanizes people, educates them, lifts them up. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. Watch. It's going to happen. You watch. You watch what I'm telling you. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So, Russia, they got away with it. Nothing we can do about it. So now, the Democrats are playing around with that impeachment thing. Should we, could we, whatever. They still subpoenaing stuff. They still have a impeachment inquiry. They still have an impeachment investigation. The man got away with the shit, right? So now we got to prepare because the Russians are going to come back with this cyber attack in the same manner, shape, way, and fashion that they did in 2016. And they're going to do it again in 2020. So the only hope that we have, Citizens United, to create hope for America, the only hope that we have is to flood, to just flood the voters' booth with just as many people as we can resurrect, galvanize, educate, motivate, invigorate, and just flood and just hope that we can just, with waves of voters, just put so many voters into the system that we're able to just flush out this bullshit. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do my part. You know, whether motherfuckers like it or not. You know, it's a lot of motherfuckers that don't like me. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like me because I got the audacity to walk a certain way, talk a certain way, portray a certain image. People look at that like, oh, he ain't really that dude. He just faking and fronting and blah, blah, blah. No, this is really me. I'm really the nigga in that whip, you know, in them clothes, in that cologne, standing right there. That's me. You know what I mean? But people would rather deny who you are and listen to somebody tell them who you used to be. You know, and in my case, you know, like where I'm at right now, I haven't been in this area in over 30 years. You know, and I will say that the 2 years that I've been here in this area, it's been an awakening. You know, I've learned, I've been educated, I've been forced to learn things. You know what I mean? Like I've taken precautions to not be involved in certain things, but believing, you know, when you believe a pretty face with a beautiful smile, you know, that's dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I believe, you know, I'm going to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, I'm not going to walk around like, I don't trust you, I'm not going to trust you, and all that. You know what I mean? It's only so much you can do to protect yourself, you know, from people that are willing to lie and deceive you. You know what I mean? And when it happens, you know, don't hold nobody's secrets, man. Don't keep no motherfucking secrets. You know, if somebody shit on you, put that out there, man. You know what I mean? Because you might help the next nigga. You might keep the next nigga from getting shitted on. You know? So people dislike you for a lot of reasons. I got some friends that dislike me because they feel like I got away with something because I didn't get all fucked up. You know what I mean? I didn't go to prison. You know, I wasn't out here strung out on drugs. You know, I wasn't, you know, climbing in chicks' windows and breaking in houses and turning tricks and all that stuff. You know, sex for money, sex for pills, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Some people mad at me because they look at me like I feel like I'm better than them. Well, motherfucker, if you've been getting beat up by drugs and alcohol and shit, yeah, I am better than you. Yeah, I am. You know what I mean? If you use the narcotics, yeah, I am better than you. Real talk. You know, so, but with, you know, what my advice is, follow your, you know, do what you need to do in terms of paying your bills, you know, putting food on the table, taking care of your loved ones, you know. You got to handle all those things, you know. And you got to manage your social life. You know, you got to manage, you know, your relationships with your beautiful mates and stuff like that, if you have one. You know, I'm single. You know, I date. You know what I mean? But in the area that I'm in right now, you know, you know, there's a lot of women that have been through so much, you know, out here making bad decisions and engaging in, you know, things that they probably, you know, wish that they wouldn't have. So they got a lot of history out here, you know what I mean, with just dumb shit. You know what I mean? So me personally, you know, I don't have no history out here with no dumb shit. You know what I mean? That's not my fault. You know what I mean? I mean, it is my fault because I made good decision. You know what I mean? I made the right decision, you know. But my advice is like, do what makes you happy. But regardless of the basic stuff you do, please try to find some time to help try to figure out how we can help these young people and how we can try to combat what's being done to us and try to figure out how you can get involved in Citizens United, Hope for America, or Citizens United Neighborhood Watch, or Citizens United Project X. We got a lot. I got a lot. And it's fun. You know what I mean? Just staying busy. You know what I mean? Doing all the other things. And then still having time to try to help your community, try to uplift your brothers, try to help your political system. You know, these videos right here, I get a chance to edit them where I can just go in and take this clip, you know, this 2 minutes, you know, and then I get to send it. Like what I'm doing right now, the whole Citizens United Hope for America is riding on one bet. You know, we're gonna work with the Black Caucus and Elijah Cummings. We're reaching out to Mr. Cummings as we did last year. So we're hoping that what we were saying to him last year actually evolved, you know, so hopefully, you know, he'll understand me a little bit more, which he did last year. I ain't gonna lie. I really appreciate that letter that he sent me, that he signed, you know, but I'm hoping that the information I gave him and then him being able to see that the things I was saying actually came out. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that he's open to what we're suggesting right now. So God bless you. I'm not mad at nobody. You know what I mean? I don't care what you've done to me. And like I've had family members, you know, like within the last year, I had a family member that I really held in high esteem, you know, did some petty thievery, you know what I mean? You know, other family members, you know, just saying stupid stuff. I mean, like, you know, but I ain't mad at nobody, man. You know what I mean? Because, you know, what you did, what you do, that's between you and God. You know? All I know is, you know, the things I do, that's between me and God, he be whooping my ass. I mean, every time I step out of line. So I just hope that he love y'all as much as he loves me. Okay? God bless y'all. I'll let you.